Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, thieves, they're all entitled to an attorney in the criminal justice context. Battered women seeking refuge, impoverished families living on the streets because their homes have been foreclosed on, single parents hoping to enforce their right to child support against deadbeat partners, people without jobs who don't understand their rights under bankruptcy law. None of them are entitled to an attorney in their civil matter. While that's not to say that every indigent person in every civil matter should have the right to an attorney, where we have a national failing economy to blame and we have fundamental rights that are not being enforced, causing a virtual equivalent of no rights, society has to come together to form a solution. The worst part about this growing gap in justice is the fact that it's disproportionately affecting minorities. We have minorities who are unable to enforce their fundamental rights, thereby perpetuating the subjugation of the races. We are fostering a continued otherness between the majority and the minority. According to the World Justice Project's Rule of Law Index 2014 report, the United States lags behind its peers in providing equal treatment to ethnic minorities and other disadvantaged groups. And that's why another great quote is especially pertinent. Equal justice is what we put on courthouse doors. It does not describe what goes on behind them. On average, there is one government-sponsored attorney for every 6,514 low-income earning individuals. But yet we have one private attorney for only every 429 of those individuals. So we enter this downward spiral that's nearly a paradox. We have a national failing economy that is causing more and more people to go into poverty, and poverty itself creates legal issues and also an obstacle to being able to resolve them. So the legal issues that are commonly created by poverty would include foreclosure, bankruptcy, consumer credit problems. Poverty causes stress on families, which in turn causes a prevalence of divorce actions and later actions for child support and domestic abuse actions. So as people grow poorer and less able to afford an attorney, their need for an attorney is actually going up. So concomitant with that downward spiral, we also have stress on graduating law students that's preventing them from doing pro bono work to cure this gap in justice. The average University of Miami Law School student graduates with $150,000 in student loan debt. So their incentive to go into the lesser earning public sector jobs is just not there. There's a lot of stress to get a high paying job and less of an opportunity to dedicate one's free time to pro bono work. We have a change in family dynamics, which we have more men spending time in child rearing. We have a lot of adult children that are staying at home to take care of their elderly parents. And while this is great, it also means that outside of the work environment where we used to have some extra time to dedicate to pro bono projects, there's now less time outside of the work environment to engage in those things. With less time and less of an ability to dedicate their time to pro bono work, we have a lack of attorneys in this field. We need more resources, and we need to cure this gap in justice.